Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Lulumeister. Welcome to CLS Casting. I'm hosting here with my co-host Mahone TV. How you doing, Mahone?
Hello. Good.
We're currently waiting for some teams to finish the map vetoes. I know a couple. I think there's been one match that's already finished, and we just had some issues when we were starting up with getting the teams that we needed to check in, and it just took longer than normal, which is a bummer. Start off with 16 teams, and then I think we're down to 8. Is that right, Charlie? Charlie's missing. He's one of the admins. You'll know him as StyleCo in-game. But we're excited for this. The second tournament we've been running, and we're hoping to cast some good matches all day, every day. Isn't that right, Danny?
That's correct.
In the meantime, how's everybody doing? How's chat doing? Everybody say, what's up, chat? As we're waiting. Oh, my bad. I'll fix that.
I think I fixed it.
Yep. Thanks for that, Jason. I wasn't hearing it on mine, so. But we're currently waiting a little bit. We're gonna get in game soon. Not sure what's really going on with the map vetoes as to why it's taking so long. In the meantime, just to give you some information about us, we're part of CoLiveStream. This is a new business that's coming out, and we are making it sure that everyone can get sort of their own casting. So right now we're doing our own tournament, but the idea is that we can bring casting to the masses. So if you have a tournament with some friends, or like even just like a quick, however you want to do it, like a 1v1, call us in, we'll cast that for you. We got packages. You can go to our website, CoLiveStream.com, check us out, learn more about us, learn more about your casters, learn more about what games we do, and just get to know who you're working with.
Do we have an ETA on how long this is going to take?
To be honest, no. I'm trying to get a hold of them, of the teams, but they're not responding to me. In the meantime, let's look at what's going on in the brackets. Yeah, it looks like so right now it's just Intuitive Esports has won over Wise Rocky 16-3. It's been the one match that's happened. I feel bad that we didn't get to get that going. We should have been on that match immediately, but we were waiting for Royale to finish up.
That was an extremely quick match, though, if you think about it.
I don't know what you guys did, but you did it well, so I'm expecting
It's really
guys
quick
to the end.
It's like that wasn't even 20 minutes. It's like all around must have just been like people were just rushing or something.
That's what I want to see. I want to see people run in. I want to see people just get in each other's faces. Don't be scared. Throw the grenade. Suicide if you need to. I want to see all-in action.
Hey guys, this is StyleCo here. So we got word that the match is about to start between Royale and Rupture. So
hey, there we go.
The map pick is going to be Mirage.
Ooh.
Are we good to go in then?
The players are currently connecting, so see if the GoTV is working.
Yeah, so I think it should be starting soon.
Oh, here we go. Let's get us in. All right, here we go. Thanks, MKZ. Just for you. That's it. Alright, so just a reminder, we're watching Royale versus Vast Rupture, waiting for the teams to just get in and get started. Owner and creator is StoleYourGlory. He's the one hosting and adminning this whole tournament, and he's the one that you'll get to know over time. We'll be here. Myself and Mahone are casters. You can find out more about us on the website. I personally started playing Counter-Strike, and fun little fact, I was actually the original creator of Royale back, what, 10 years ago, I think? And I stopped playing a long time ago. You know, I was a kid, raged quit every single time. So I decided to stop playing. And now I'm back, watching my old team do what they do.
Yeah, it must feel nostalgic in a way, eh?
A little bit. I mean, the thing is, like, these people are people that I've been with for so long. They're good friends of mine. I've met them in person, and, like, they were the first... Actually, they were, like, the first real team I had. The first family, the online family.
The legacy continues.
Yeah, right? iTitans was the original... Well, it wasn't even iTitans, it was Devious. Oh my god. Alright, looking back on it, the Devious was the first name, and then it switched to iTitans. And then the captain of iTitans left, and I took over and changed it to Standard. It was a mixture of my family and these guys. And then we had a team called Forget About Girls. That was let's see, he's not in game yet, but MK Easy was the creator of that name. But eventually we figured out Royale was a good fit for us. It's nice though. I honestly like the fact of being able to come back and see after so long how these guys are doing. It's a shame because I don't know if I still want to be playing or not, but at least being here is worth.
One step at a time.
Yeah, right. Let me see it. Let me take a dip in the water by watching the game, and then go.
Yeah,
from
you know,
there.
get like a feel of, you know, whether it's something you want to return to.
Am I gonna get just as angry playing this game as I did before? I think I'm better about it, but who knows?
So we have all 10 connected.
Here we go.
So this should be starting very soon.
While we're waiting, we'll talk about who is helping us out today on our sponsors. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting a message real fast.
Looks like we should be going live extremely soon. Everyone's starting to ready up now. And what was the team name of the other team again?
So this is Royale versus Vast Rupture.
Vast Rupture, okay.
Royale is on T side, Vast Rupture is on CT side.
Yeah, so it looks like I did a little bit of research. It looks like Vast Rupture is actually an ESA Open team, and they're 2-0 so far. So
Ooh, nice.
Not bad. We'll have to see how this matches up against Royale, though.
Do you know what rank Royale's at right now?
I think Royale doesn't play ESA right now, if I believe. Let's see if they have a team right now.
So just letting you guys know, one of our sponsors is a company known as Year Up. They're helping us sponsor this tournament today, and they're help sponsoring CoLiveStream itself. Year Up is basically a vocational kind of program where they offer you skills for jobs of like IT, business, finance, and administration. If you're interested, we have links down below in the Twitch, and it's a really, really good program. Our own very Style Co did it, and he has the job he has today. Not owning this business, but an actual job. But more on that later. We'll be looking into what they're doing next. First, we're beginning with the knife round. See who ends up taking the win.
So I think there's some mixed feelings on Mirage, especially in terms of what side you want. I think it kind of depends on what type of team you are. I think generally a lot of teams favor the CT side, but there are teams that really like to work the T side as well, just because there's so many different options you have in terms of strats you can run. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see what whoever wins this knife round, what side they end up picking.
I mean, from what we've seen in past maps, it just seems like whoever can control the mid lanes is who takes the round in most cases. And it looks like Fast Rupture wins the knife round, so they'll be choosing what side they want to go on to. Fast Rupture will be staying CT side.
Okay. So yeah, like you said before, taking middle control is extremely important on CT side and T side, really, because it allows you to get a lot of information and be able to pretty much split the defense if you're on T side, and on CT side you get so much information on where the T's are going. But it looks like it's going to be a 4B stack from the CTs here, and one playing at Ticket. Looks like the terrorists are going to be set up for a B hit though, and once again, looks like the T's are going for this A fake, and then they're going to explode out B apartments straightly. And
I mean, if MKZ and Michelangelo can take over A and can push it and make noise, and it looks like that's what's happening.
Oh, the rotate's actually coming in, so now there's going to be 4 people at the A side, and the players at B need to go in right now. And looks like EOS is going to get the kill onto Pwned, so now it's 4v5, a 4v4 situation now. Think first, and now the CTs are funneled into the market, but they still have a good retake setup, and Nitro coming in from Catwalk.
Like Michelangelo's getting a good sandwich on behind, and now they're just surrounded by the 2. EOS is looking for that shot on count. Nitro.
Oh.
Ooh, man, shot's going easy.
So it looks like Dan Hoy needs to get land this kill onto Think first, but can't quite get it. EOS left now on a 1v2, and he's gonna find the kill onto Nitro. So now they're left with a 1v1. Every X actually has a kit, so it's very doable. But he gets the headshot.
What a beautiful shot! Oh my gosh, 30 HP, one shot would have done it, and he just takes him out immediately. Really well done on Fast Rupture's side.
Yeah, that was a very extremely good retake there, and the T's here have got the bomb plat, so I'd be expecting that they might just save here and go for the 3rd round AK buy. But it looks like there's a pause coming in.
I think a little bit more patience on T side. They were very much not playing forward, but they were very much peeking, trying to get the kills as quick as possible. But the fact is, they had the CTs funneled, they had them sandwiched, and they had them in the right position.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it actually came down to the CT who went up Catwalk, because if there was somebody who was able to spot out whether they're a Catwalk or not, the T's could have much more easily held off that retake. There are 3 people coming in from Market and 1 player coming in from Catwalk. If they're able to identify that 1 player Catwalk and just try to kill him, then it would have made the pulling off the retake from Market far more easier.
Looks like there's a pause. I think they're going to try to do reliving the whole match. Might have been an issue. Sure. Let me
No, I think they're asking about the dead chat.
So what just happened, Mahone?
Oh no, I see him talking about dead chat, and apparently there's a replay thing. I don't know if you've played CS recently in a casual server, but there's actually a thing where you can spec how you died in a casual server. I don't know if that's set up here, if that's what they're talking about, but...
Anything for you, Landmass. Anything for you.
So actually, it's gonna be a restart.
Let's see if they do the same thing again. You know, second time's a charm. I'm wondering if they're gonna actually play a different strat or do the same thing over again. They did a really good job in trying to get Vast Rupture to switch to A.
So I'm kind of curious if this is actually going to be a live round or not, or whether they're just going to like replicate the round.
I mean, Vast Rupture's asking they want to take the round. It was their round.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I think they should still take the round here and just get the kills, because that last round went down to 1 alive. So
they're gonna replicate the round. They're buying exactly what they're doing. They're gonna let themselves get killed, and
yeah,
we're seeing some acting going on. I like how the very beginning of this tournament there's already misplays and mishaps happening. That's how you know you have a good tournament coming in. Everything's wrong.
This is one of those things. This only happened a few times in the pro scene. It's always very funny to watch.
Looks like they're making a date over at A.
Yeah. The T's need to make sure they plant the bomb here to replicate this properly. I think they're talking about it.
To the nitty gritty that every X is asking for extra shots just so he doesn't have full armor. This is how you know. Good sportsmanship all around. I like this. Is every X gonna make those shots? I want to see the pretty shots he made.
Every X needs to kill. EOS needs to kill one more. He needs to kill every X, and then every X needs to get the defusal.
There we go.
Alright, so I believe we're going to be live at this point now.
Now it's the real game, folks.
Yeah.
As we were saying, before this all happened, Royale did a really good job of pulling the CTs over to A. They just weren't able to capitalize too well on the transfers back.
Yeah, so it looks like there's going to be a couple of Deagle. Oh, this is a relatively heavy investment on this round, considering they got the second round bomb plant, but maybe they think they can take them right here. And it looks like KZ. Ooh, nice Deagle shot onto Retro. Now it's a 5v4 situation. Kicho still has a scout and a dink coming in. Nitro finds one, so now it's 4v4.
Looks like MKZ is watching. Every X is trying to get a nice kind of move forward. He's looking to see where they're at in mid. EOS is trying to get the picks over at B.
Yeah, every X is going to spawn back into the connector here. And it looks like the T's are going to start grouping up back towards B. And interesting setup that the CTs have. Nitro at the bench and Pwned in the jail area. But it looks like he's going to reposition here. And Danhoy just going to start falling back from middle. And now it's going to be a dry B take from the T's. And I want to see is Kicho going to post up with a scout somewhere? That's my question. But it looks like they're going to group up with their Deagles. The first kill coming in from Pwned finds EOS. And now the trap has been set. And Kicho actually finds the kill onto Nitro. So now it's a 3v3. And they partially have the sight, but they still have to worry about Pwned behind the pillar. And he's doing an extremely good job by hiding and just waiting for his teammates here. And every X able to spot one out from the van. And he's actually going to come in and help his teammate. They're going to fight this. And Pwned finds the one onto Danhoy.
Finds one on the Kicho, and every X finishes the job with NKZ. Really good hold by Pwned.
Yeah, that was extremely important that he just stayed alive there and allowed his teammates to come in and help him. But that site was almost opened up. It was actually doable to take that if you on the Royale side.
Do you think it was obviously taking the scout into that was a high risk, high reward. And they weren't able to capitalize on keeping it.
Yeah, and that's going to affect them here because Kicho only has a Deagle now, but the rest of his teammates all have AKs, and it looks like every X is going to find the kill onto Danhoy, and that's one of the AKs down, so the T's have middle control, but the CTs look like they want to contest it. Nitro's coming in from the catwalk, and Retro's peeking underpass actively, so we'll have to see what the T's do here.
I mean, it's about making sure that you can make the shots and control that mid ground. CTs have the upper hand number-wise, but if they're not keeping control of that mid, they're not keeping that information. They know there's a couple mid, and I think once they find out that it's just that bomb's there, they're going to start moving from A.
Yeah, and the interesting thing here was the CTs only really have SMGs. They have no rifles, so the T's really should be trying to force long range engagements whenever they can here. But the CTs are doing a good job just hiding in close corners right now. And actually, there's a rotate coming into B, so it's actually 3 towards B right now. And looks like the T's are actually starting to make their way back towards B, but it looks still like a bit of a default here. Kicho's able to pick up that AK from his fallen teammate Dan Hoy. And looks like he's going to throw flashes into connector, while the rest of this team is going to work towards B.
Looks like they're coming. They're going to try to take a push. Only 2 there, but Nitro stops them in their tracks.
Yeah, and looks like MKZ is going to try to find the trade onto Nitro, but can't quite find him. And he's getting shot at by Pwned as well. And good crossfire from the CTs. Good setup. Now it's all down to Kicho and EOS. Left in a 2v2 now. Except after Kicho finds a kill onto Pwned. And you might be able to find another kill onto every X. And there it is. 3K for Kicho now. And it's all down to Think First in a 1v2.
Let's see what they can hold down. EOS knocks him out. Takes him out and catwalk. Think First.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, the CTs, it was mostly just the SMG round, so they're going in for the bonus round here, where they're going to be able to buy up their rifles and as well as an AWP on every X. Whereas the T's here, they need to make sure they win this round here, otherwise they could be looking at a reset.
Looks like EveryX is no longer keeping that scout. He's now being serious with his AWP. He's got control over on the mid, but they're not there.
Yeah, it looks like the terrorists are actually setting up for an 8 exec here. It's going to be a smoke towards CT, smoke towards jungle, smoke towards spawn. Ooh, and one of the smokes actually missed, so... Or, I can't tell what that smoke was actually supposed to be. But it looks like they smoke towards jungle here, and they're going to throw in the mollies under Balk, clearing out all the close angles, and all the CTs are actually rotated here, so this is going to be a good hold. This should be a good hold from the CTs.
Dan Hoy gets a good shot on to Think First. EOS gets taken down. It's a 5-on-5 right now. Kicho's able to take out one more. Dan goes down.
Now Pwned is coming in from the CT side. Is he be able to find the kill on Kicho? Yes, he does. Now it's a 3v2. So now Michelangelo left, stuck in the sandwich area, and MKZ as well in the Tetris. So it's going to be extremely difficult for him to hold this retake off, but EveryX gets the kill on MKZ. Now it's on to Michelangelo, left in 1v2, having to deal with 2 targets, and EveryX finds the kill. Now it's going to make it 2-2, and that was a solid retake and solid read from the CTs, especially since the T's didn't even make any presence at middle. It was actually very, very clear that was going to be an A exec here that round.
I'm wondering if the T's took less time. I felt the reason that the CTs were able to get a good transfer is because the T's just took way too much time to decide, okay, we're going to start doing our smokes now. If the strat happened faster, the transfers wouldn't have happened, and it definitely would have been a much more successful take.
I think a lot of it also came down to the fact that many of the CTs are just set up in middle, but EveryX in this round getting the kill onto Kicho, and now the T's, it looks like it's going to be an A split, going through the connector and A ramp, and it's going to be down to these CTs to be able to hold it, and Retro finding the kill. Finding 2.
Down. Nitro is able to come back through Cat and shoot them to the connector, and Every just really got a great shot. Just quick flick of the wrist.
Yeah, an extremely clean round from the CTs there. Not losing a single member, so that's going to be extremely good for their economy moving forward. And now it looks like the T's, Kicho with an AWP, so he might be looking to pick middle. No, he's going to go towards B. And it looks like the rest of the team, they're going to be going off. I think this is probably going to be a B explode, maybe off his pick, if he can find it. And EOS, just the only player lurking in A ramp right now.
Think First is pushing over through the hallways, trying to see where they're going, feeding his team information. But once they know they're not there, I think that it's going to be an immediate transfer over to B.
Yeah, and Pwned has a smoke up right now, but he's trying to spam through the smoke a little bit, and Kicho's just waiting for the smoke to fade so he can maybe get him while he's jumping. But
Retro finds Michelangelo underneath on the B tunnels. They know it's going B now, but EOS and Think First meet together, but no. EOS brings a knife to a gunfight.
And here we are in a 3v5 situation, and this is looking a little bit grim for the T's. And Kicho needs to find this opening. Spots a little player from Catwalk. Actually gets dinked from him. And now they're going to start flooding into the site, but Pwned is actually in a really good spot by Jail. He's going to be able to find one, finds the second. Is he going to find a third? Yes, he does.
Really good home. A really
Great
really
play.
good shot for Pwned. Protecting his home is what I meant to say.
So that was an extremely good round from the CTs once again, and a lot of that came down to the fact that they just had middle control, and the player was able to push towards underpass, find the kill, and the other player was able to push towards palace to find that kill. And the T's were essentially just stuck in B. They had no other option but to just take B.
Looks like Royale's doing a save, and they're just going to be rushing middle and B, taking it fast as they can.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to throw that top middle smoke, and looks like the T's are going to be going for an underpass to connector split. And actually, that player is pushed up middle. They might be able to find the kill on him. And there it is. Michelangelo gets him. Nitro cleans up though with the 2K, and now it's 6-1.
Fast Rupture's doing a really great job of just having so much map control. They're taking over the middle. Every X is keeping that thing in lock. And because they're being more aggressive, they're reading the information. They're able to find out that Royale's either pushing B or pushing A, depending on where they're going.
Yeah, I'd like to see Royale make like a bigger middle presence here and maybe get Kicho on the off at middle. And just try to control that real estate, but it looks like it's going to be Kicho going towards the Palace here, and looks like he's going to try to find a pick from Palace, maybe onto the guy jungle or site.
Dan's coming up through ramp to try to find anything there, see what they can pick off. But again, the CTs have control over middle, so they know something's up. They're forward. Nitro's pretty far forward, and Every's able just to get a shot off.
Yeah, it looks like EOS might be able to trade onto Nitro, but once again, these plays that the CTs are making, these information plays where they find a kill and then start falling back and just leaves the T's in a horrible situation when it's a 3v5 and pretty much forces them into one site. As you can see this round, it's going to be into the A site. Kicho finds a kill into Nitro though, so that's a good kill to find. And he actually gets a dink from Retro. And Michelangelo finds the kill onto Think first. Shot. And now it's down to a 3v3. Kicho on a really low HP though.
And just like that, Pone's able to take him out really quickly. Retro's able to take out the second kill. Now it's just a 1v1. Dan is down, and they have the free defuse.
So yeah, once again, T's funneled into that 3v5 situation where they're just forced to get into the site, and they're able to get the bomb down this time, but not able to hold off the retake. So the CTs are actually doing extremely well right now with those pushed up middle information plays and getting the kills and then falling back. And it looks like the T's are gonna AK up 5 AKs. And it looks like it might just be a straight B hit from what it looks like.
Looks like EOS is looking for a middle shot, but he's just by himself. And oh!
Finds opening onto every X, and that's a big kill to get because he's actually been doing extremely well with the op so far. And it looks like the rest of the team gonna go towards B. And the only player to defend it right now is just Pwned. And the flash is coming.
Well.
Kicho jumps out.
You didn't see him come out. Nitro finds the kill though. Pwned. Oh, that was a really nice shot. Pwned gets another shot on Dan. Now it's just up to EOS. Can EOS pull it off? Pwned, really solid hold on his Bs.
EOS left in a 1v4, and it's gonna be a very difficult round for him to pick up. But he finds one onto Pwned. And he might be able to get the bomb here and might want to do something different, but taken down by Nitro, and now it's 8-1.
Oof. Solid holds from each player. Every X is doing a really good job in just holding the mid site, and even when he's taken down, Pwn is able to control the B. He's not letting anybody in. He is the wall that they need to get through.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Deagle armor on the T's here because they have the loss bonus. They can afford to do this. I'd like to see the T's just to take a bit more map control and just take towards middle, send more people there, use their utility, and try to fight off these aggressive CTs that are constantly peeking middle.
Fight going on in middle. Dan able to take out Retro. Nitro preventing his teammate, trying to take out Michelangelo. Can he make the shot? But Michelangelo takes tons of damage, trading with Nitro, both low. And Nitro, ooh. Wow, that was that was nice.
So now it's left in a 3v3 here, and this is still doable, but unfortunately for the T's, they are not able to pick up any of the weapons that went down. So they're still gonna have to work their deagles here, and EOS looks like he wants to lurk out towards A ramp and find this player at the firebox. And is he gonna spot his head? Yes, he does, but can't find the kill. And every X is actually on ticket, takes him down. And Michelangelo actually able to pick up a M4 in the connector, so he needs to be trying to make a play with this gun, and oh, gets spotted up by every X.
Everyx is doing a great job. His shots are on point right now, and it's oof, really good hold on the CT side. They're solid.
Yeah, and it looks like the CTs, their money is extremely good at this point. Almost 10k on 3 players, or 4 players really, with full utility. And the T's, looks like they're going to switch things up. Going to go with the double off here on MKZ and Kicho. And I want to see where those offs are going to go. Kicho's going to go towards mid. He's going to try to find this fight middle onto every X, and ooh, it doesn't quite spot him out. And MKZ going to try his luck as well. Gets taken down. And once again, a 5v3.
Oof, I wanted to see Everyx hit that shot. That would have been really nice.
Michelangelo get able to find, finds a second. Almost finding a third onto Nitro. But now is left in a 2v3 situation, and Danhoy and EOS both left in the A ramp, and they should actually start hitting A right now. They know that player's in the middle. So there it is. EOS finds the kill onto Think first, and now it's a 2v2 with utility on the T side as well. This is very doable. They just need to flash out Nitro in the jungle, maybe smoke off spawn if they have one, but Danhoy is going to be looking towards spawn. It looks like EOS is going to be faking the plant, waiting for a reaction from the CTs. Is very smart here. The flash coming in from Pone, not quite effective though. And it's going to be a 2v2 retake.
Molotov comes in from Nitro in the corner and keeping them at the corner, moves them out. Wow.
Very, very clean, coordinated retake. As soon as that molly went in, they essentially were funneled into default, and Nitro was able to find both the kills. One with a Molotov kill and the other with an AK, so 10-1 now, and this is looking a little grim for the Royale side, and they really need to start picking up rounds on the T side.
I mean, they haven't been able to take over mid. They've done a lot of switching over from, you know, they do splits to B, splits to A, but because of the fact they haven't been taking that mid, and Every's just been doing a really good job in holding it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to send 2 towards middle this round. Kicho with the ops, going to try to challenge this mid player. Oh, actually should have spotted him, drop down. And this is middle control for the T's now. This is probably the first time. Kicho going to peek towards the catwalk here, not quite spotting anything out. So this is the setup that the T's really want to have. Kicho just working mid with this off and just trying to look for a kill. And Every gets kill on MKZ. But Kicho's still waiting for the catwalk aggression. But unfortunately, both of the CTs are playing in the B site. And it looks like they're going to have to group back. And Danhoy and EOS look like they want to make a move towards A ramp here. And it looks like this might be a pinch.
I mean, the issue is they don't have the bomb to start moving. They got to send somebody to go back.
Yeah, and it looks like Danhoy is getting a little antsy. He wants to peek towards the A site. He kind of has a feeling that might be somebody there. And EOS gets Molotov from Palace, so they can't actually help. And Kicho lands a quick shot onto the player in retro by the connector. Now he has jungle control, and Every can't really peek out further. It actually spots the player out. Now it's 3v3, and the A side is open, and the T still have good ability.
Everyx looking for the shot onto EOS on Palace. And the smoke comes in, and they are able to get in and get that plant.
So it looks like Pone throwing in a flash, and he wants to be able to kill Danhoy, but Danhoy gets the kill into Every, so now it's a 3v2, and this is very doable for the T's now. They just need to hold, still have a bit of utility. Nitro finding a kill onto EOS. So now Danhoy stuck in the sandwich, and Michelangelo at the Tetris, and he's going to find the spray, but not quite landing the kill, and there it is, a 2. Now it's 10-2, and Royale picks up their second round of the half.
It's still doable. They can be the comeback kids, you know. 10-2 ain't that bad.
Yeah, the one thing though before Royale is they actually need to win this next round to avoid a reset. And I actually don't know how this happened, but all the CTs have almost lost all their money. They used to have like 10k on like 4 people, and now suddenly they're almost depleted. I guess it's because these rounds have been a little bit close. So it looks like the T's are going to be setting up for an A exec, and I kind of disagree with that. They really should be going with the mid control once again and trying to take that control away from the CT so they don't get all the information and rotate right away.
Well, with how Royale's been running and the vast Rupture might be thinking they're going B again, because that's all Royale's really been doing. EOS is looking for fight over on mid, and here they are start running in.
Yeah, here comes the exec from the T's, and some missed smokes. I feel like I'm not sure if this is intentional, but Danhoi trying to look for a kill on the site, and you can't find anybody. Kicho finds a kill on the retro, so now it's a 5v4 situation, and some players are low HP on the T side, and ooh, Thinkverse actually killed him through the ticket box. And Kicho might be able to find the kill on the Nitro, and there it is. And now it's all down to Thinkverse, and all the trades coming in for the T's. There it is. Good round from the T's. Just 4 alive as well, so that's gonna be good for their economy, and hopefully taking these last 3 rounds.
I think they're finding their stride. I mean, they're coming together. The Royale's grouping together much better than what they were doing before, and instead of waiting for like taking their time as they were before, once EOS got picked and once they got that information, they immediately just started moving in. Yeah,
and it looks like the CTs are going to be fully bought out here. However, just a 5-7 onto Retro. No op on the CT side though, so this might be a really good thing for Royale, and they really need to pick up this round to look at a 10-5 possibility.
Things are going slow. We have Retro pushed up onto the ramp.
Yeah, and it looks like Kicho looking for a pick at B as well, and Pwned might actually run into it this round because last round Pwned actually ran into the B halls, but Retro finding the kill onto Michelangelo with the 5-7.
Says no entry into that ramp.
But look at the CT setup right now. There's like 4 at A and only 1 at B so far, and the T's are starting to group towards B, and I think the CTs are starting to read this and they're gonna start rotating back. Kicho gonna smoke off the window, and they're looking to take this site right now. And Pwned able to find 2 kills into the B site. Kicho trades back, so now it's a 2v3, and now it's gonna be a little bit difficult as all the CTs are actually in the site already. And MKZ, oh, Kicho
very close.
Able to find the kill onto every X, and that actually important kill. He finds another onto Think first, so now it's a 1v2 for Retro, and he's got a tall task here, and Kicho just peeking everything. Oh, he missed the shot onto him, so now it's a 1v1 situation. MKZ with 30 HP gets the headshot. So now it's 10-4.
It's those kinds of moments when you're in that kind of setting. You know, you're not sure if the other team, if the enemy has low HP or if they've been hit, and even if they haven't, like you have that such adrenaline. I felt I was empathetic to MKZ. I just wanted it. He's 30 HP. He's got to take it.
Honestly, really I think Kicho just won them that round with those crucial kills that he was getting from the van and close bench. And it's extremely difficult to try to work and off in those areas because the rifle can just peek you at almost any moment from the pillars. So he's able to get the timing right and find all the kills.
Nitro
and the CTs.
Kicho's able to get a good pick onto every. But Nitro comes in with a surprise, takes out Eos, takes out Kicho, but they take out the mid, and then now the CTs have to go into A and try to take it over.
Yeah, and it looks like the T's have site control here, and they actually already threw down the smokes. They have some utility. Still a couple of flashes and a Molotov on Michelangelo. And this is actually a doable retake just because the CTs don't really have any real weapons. They have a Deagle and an UMP, and the UMP isn't going to be too effective at this range. So Thinkverse actually is going to need to find a Deagle kill from far range. And Danhoi taking out Pwned and Michelangelo taking out Thinkverse. So 10-5, manageable half, considering that it was like what, 10-1 at one point, right?
I think you know, Royale just needed to wake up a little bit. They needed a little bit of warm up. 10 rounds is a good enough warm up to give. But they started coming back. I think because it felt like they were playing different. As soon as they started winning the round, they won their first round, they won their second, they started getting the momentum they needed, and then they're starting to come back. So it's still a doable thing. I don't see this as a complete win for Vast Rupture just yet.
Yeah, it looks like Vast Rupture is going to be going for the standard smoke jungle and top stairs, and it's going to be the pour out palace with the 2 flashes. And are the CTs really set up for this though? It's a question. It looks like Danhoi is going to have a tall task. 3 players coming out palace and not able to find a single kill, and that's the A side open already.
Oof, Michelangelo's got a good shot onto Nitro. Every X is looking to try to get a flank behind just to make sure you can watch their back.
And Kicho almost in this engagement with Pwned, and he really needs to find this kill. He wants to make this retake work, and not able to find the shot, unfortunately. It looks like Pwned is going to get taken down by MKZ, so this is looking very doable for the CTs now, and they're able to find the kills. And the last players are Tetris and Ramp, and every excellent thing first gets the kills. So now it's down to 2v2, and they don't even have a kit.
Oh, Think First is able to hold. Really good job on the tees.
So that plant spot is actually what won the round for Vast Rupture there. Normally people plant towards the default side because they're scared of the jungle and top stairs pressure, but they're able to actually get the bomb down next to default. So extremely good post plant for the players that are in Tetris and A ramp, because it's very difficult for the CTs to be able to defuse and hit the shot from that angle. But Kicho coming and getting the scout kill, and we know he's deadly with the snipers right so far.
Nitro is able to get a nice kill onto Danhoy, but Michelangelo pwned, shuts down and avenges his teammate.
So now it's a 3v3 and pwned, and there's 3 umps on the T side, so they still need to get a little bit close. And but on the CT side they actually have Deagle, so they should actually force longer range engagements if they can. But Kicho's gonna be going through the ticket booth here, and gonna be slotting A ramp. EOS looking for the pick middle and actually finds a tag onto every X, and it looks like the T's might want to go towards the middle here. Still have Retro up in B halls, so they're just waiting for a mistake for the CTs right now.
I like that EOS is just taking his time, waiting, just gathering information, seeing what they're going to do. It looks like the T's are going to be running through catwalk. Can he make the shot?
Ooh. And that was the tag from Kicho as well from the ticket booth, and EOS was able to finish the kill, and MKZ finds the kill onto Retro, so now it's down to every X left in a 1v3. Finds the first one onto EOS, and unfortunately for him, both these players have armor too, so it's going to be very difficult for him to force these engagements with an ump since the nerf. And it looks like he's going to fall back, and he actually has the bomb towards catwalk, so he has an open A site if he decides to just run in right now. And is Kicho going to spawn him out? Oh, he should have heard that scope there. Ooh, Kicho finds a kill onto him and makes it 6-11 now.
High risk, high reward. Kicho on that sniper, but he was able to get a nice pick over at mid, and they just took over the map from there. I mean, the Vast Rupture had very little to use, and they did what they could. I think the only thing was to try to plant, and if every X tried to plant instead of just try to take a fight, I think it would have been worth.
Yeah, and it looks like this is gonna be a 5 smoke take from the T's. I think it's probably gonna be the Kaboom strat, if I recall. But it looks like the CTs aren't having any of that. They're gonna push aggressively here. And the smokes come in from the T's. And just a standard free smoke take. Ooh, Nitro finds the kill into Dan Hoy, so now it opens up the site a little bit, and Michelangelo stuck under Palace, gets taken down as well. So there's gonna be a bomb plant for the T's.
Kicho is able to take a shot onto Pony's on the T-ramp. Can he get another shot? No, Nitro shuts him down.
So now it's left in a 2v2 situation. MKZ with the shotgun though, unfortunately. So
was that a long range?
Yeah, it's gonna be extremely difficult. EOS finding the kill onto Retro, and Nitro finding the third. Or he has to go for the ace and gets it.
Really, really good hold on Nitro. He's been popping off. He's taking over.
Yeah, he's been having an extremely good game so far. If you bring up the scoreboard, he's 27, 4, and 12 already after 18 rounds. So he's pulling out all the stops for this team here, and to good effect as well. The score is 12-6, and it looks like the CTs are going to be minimal investment here. Just a couple deagles and a mag 7 onto MKZ.
I mean, with Vast Rupture doing what they're doing now, they gotta keep the momentum they have. Pwned is able to take that and run with that momentum and takes over control over the Palace. EOS able to find a shot over on mid. Eagle.
So now the T's just need to take it together and take it slow. They still have a lot of utility. 4 Molotovs and a few smokes. They're probably going to be looking to use those Molotovs here in this anti-eco situation, as CTs are mostly just with pistols, not even armor. So EOS is going to make his way back towards A, and so it might be a decent stack here at the A site. MKZ still just jump spawning with his mag 7, but it's going to be all down to the EOS and Michelangelo at the A site. And here come the Molotovs, and the flash coming in from Michelangelo, not able to find the kill. EOS actually finds the kill onto Connector, but every X finds the trade onto him, so now it's a 3v1. And MKZ, not much he can do here with the Mag 7, no kit.
If anything, might as well just try to pick up a Deagle. Or get what we can with this Mag 7.
Yeah, there should be one more. There should be one more AK out there, so maybe he should try to look for it. But looks like he's just gonna creep into the site. Pone actually spots him out, and there's essentially nothing he can do at this point.
Good distraction by every X, and Pone just able to pop out.
Yeah, still good discipline coming up from Vass, because he didn't. That palace player didn't just immediately peek. He just waited for his teammates, and they just peeked together afterwards. So, still seeing a lot of discipline, despite the score being 13-6 right now.
Yeah. Looks like they're gonna be doing a big rush A.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna be flashing towards A, and Pone actually able to find the kill into Danhoy, and Michelangelo finding the kill into Pone. Then, ooh, Kicho
takes a nice
with
shot.
the out.
Retro's able to take him out. Jeez, good, beautiful rush over by the T's. Yeah.
Yeah, and the CGs need to find this round here. It looks like they're gonna be fully invested. Not on Kicho. It looks like gonna be 4 M4s with decent amount of utility here.
This has to be the win for CTs. I don't think if they can't take it from here, then the momentum that Vast Rupture's created, they're just gonna win this entire match.
Yeah, it looks like the T's are going to go for a straight B hit from what it looks like, and unfortunately for the CTs, they've stacked the wrong side. They have 3 players at A and only 1 player at B right now, and they're putting a lot of faith in MKZ to be able to hold this. But Kicho's actually pushing up middle here, so he's getting a lot of information that the T's aren't in middle. And I'd like to actually see a rotate come in from the CTs at this point. And Kicho's gonna go towards Cat, and all the flashes are coming into B. Then set smoke strat, and Kicho finding the kill onto Nitro. Ooh. So now it's a 2v5 situation, and the T's left in a difficult spot, and every X able to find the kill on the MKZ. So that's a B site. But Kicho and the rest of the CTs already in Catwalk and outside of Market, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for the T's, and actually they might be able to find Dan Hoy, and there it is. So now it's a 2v2, and they have suddenly so many more options now. And they're actually going to fake their run back B. So they're actually going to try to make the CTs think that they're going to go towards A, but I'm not sure if they're quite sold yet.
I feel like they're trying to decide how much are we going to trick them. Are we going to go B, or are we going to make them think we're going B where we're going A, but then trick them and think that we're going A, but then go B instead, but then trick them again. Then go A instead.
Oh, look at the smoke. Look at the smoke. They're trying to throw it from the B side into the connector. Or no, actually missed.
Did it
actually
hit?
Bounced off something and landed Cat, so...
It did not.
Kicho... They should be aware that that was from B. They should be able to see that that smoke actually came from B, so the flash coming in...
Michelangelo makes the call. Looks like they're going to be making it in. Every X looking to try to plant.
Ooh, the T's still have 2 Molotovs, though. They could have Molotoved out Market in this... And I feel like that was slightly poorly played from the T's. They still had 2 Molotovs. They could have Molotoved off Market and prevented that push from coming in and just watch the catwalk. So good round from the CTs, and
really good crossfire from MKZ and Kicho over the tunnels.
I felt like that was a bit more of a mistake than a good crossfire, though, because the T's actually ran out even before the smoke just even bloomed. So that's how MKZ was able to find a kill, and that's also how Kicho was able to find a kill. So they need to work on their timing a little bit more if they're going to run that kind of strat. But
hey,
14-7.
Happy mistakes work, okay? Okay? It's a happy mistake.
And looks like Kicho hopping towards middle here, and every X able to find himself on top of the box. And I like what the T's are doing here, taking middle control.
Kicho takes down his upping contester.
So now it's a 4v5 situation here, and the T's still working on a default here. One at Palace, looks like that's Pone. He's going to try to be working into the A site. Nitro working towards A ramp, and Retro peeking towards Cat from underpass. So they're still just waiting for the CTs to see what kind of aggressive plays they might make. Just holding off for it.
Looks like they're trying to get the attention of Kicho, trying to get him to be a little more aggressive so that Retro can get that good pick.
Yeah, it looks like Pone is actually creeping out from the Palace, and he might be able to find a kill onto Dan Hoy here. Yes, he does. But is he going to expect another player from Firebox is the question. And it looks like the T's are starting to ramp, go up towards the ramp here. And, ooh, Michelangelo finds the kill onto Nitro, and he was almost able to find the kill onto Retro. Retro.
Again, he got it.
and that's 14-8 now, and the CG starting to mount a bit of a comeback here, 2 rounds in a row, and the T's, their money is not super good, so there might be a eco here.
I think with the forward holds that the way that Royale's doing they're doing a really good job of having the patience. They know that that Fast Rupture is an aggressive team, so they're doing really good. And it looks like they're doing a really quick B rush, but no, EOS Danhoy and Michelangelo say no.
Very clean round. Very clean round from the CTs, and that's exactly the round they need. All 5 survive as well, so that's gonna be great for their economy moving forward if they happen to lose the next lose the next round. So, but the T's gonna be fully bought up, full utility on all 5 of the players, and an op on every X. And I want to see if this op battle down middle is gonna happen again. And it looks like the T's are gonna be setting up for an A exec here. Retro coming through the chair area is gonna be trying to spot towards Cat, so he's the only person who's gonna be lurking middle here.
Michelangelo pushes forward on every X.
And that's middle control for the CTs. They actually end up getting the kill onto chair, so CTs are actually starting to rotate in towards the A site already. It's almost like they're expecting this because Kicho actually pushed the B apartments through underpass, so this is gonna be pretty much a 5v4 A site battle here.
And
Kicho actually spawning out
CT.
too. He's trying to be so patient with this. Not able to find a single kill though. That's so unfortunate for Kicho. But the T's are still actually going in on this, and they should know that this is gonna be a stacked site from the CTs and Michelangelo. Not able to find the kill and to think fast, and there's a kill from MKZ and Pone getting the trade. Danhoy getting 2, and now it's down to every X versus Danhoy, left in a 1v1.
EOS is holding forward, trying to be just very patient. He knows he has the bomb in control.
Whoa, this is just that smoke is what separates them, and looks like they're both looking to make a play through the smoke. And oh, every X just barely. He was looking through the crack, and if he peeked it maybe a second earlier, then he would have seen EOS. Now EOS is actually going to go all the way around, and I don't know if every X is going to be expecting this here. Well, he's aware of it now though, and it looks like he's pretty committed to this fact here. And EOS just turns away.
Maybe.
But I think he might have made a step. Ooh, misses the shot.
Oh, crucial shot.
Big 1v1 from EOS there, and it's actually an extremely interesting round there. Kicho's able to go up all the way behind them, not able to find a single kill, and it just ended up being a 4v4 fight in the A site. Trades going in the way of the T's, and I was actually surprised they were able to get in as far as they did.
That's such a shame. Kicho didn't make the shots he needed.
Yeah. It would have been a much easier round if Kicho was able to just find 1 kill there. But 14-10 now, it's becoming a close game, and Kicho finding the kill onto every X at middle through the smoke. So now the T's a little bit stuck now.
But again, now they have mid control. This is what they needed. EOS shuts down another player, Sun's Nitro, and MKZ. Mahone are fighting it out in B, and MKZ wins a 1v1. They have to withdraw.
Yeah, it looks like Think First needs to get the bomb here, and he's gonna try to probably cross back towards his teammates at B. And Kicho's just jump spawning from window, so he's not really actively peeking it right now. And looks like opponent's gonna be trying to come up from underpass. He might be able to find this kill on Kicho. He probably hears him jumping, and Kicho's made aware of it, and finds the kill onto Pone. So now it's a 5v2, and the T's are a bit of a tough situation now.
They got Think First. They know the bomb's there. It's by himself. But I don't think anyone's paying attention to the bottom. Michelangelo gets caught out by Retro. Oh!
And Retro might be able to find the kill on Kicho, but no, Kicho just too quick, finding the kill onto him. Now Think First left in a 1v3, and they know his position, so they might as well just peek him all together at the same time here. But the smoke is up, so he's able to find a kill onto Danhoy, so but Kicho cleans it up. So now 14-11, and the T's looks like they're
gonna have to save this round. No, actually, never mind. I don't even know what I'm talking
no,
about.
I think they're gonna Tech 9 armor. That's probably what they're gonna do.
Don't listen to me.
They have a lost bonus to Tech 9 armor. So there's actually a pause coming in now, and I'm not sure if this is tactical or if this is a technical pause.
It's always tactical. What are you talking about? You gotta slow down the momentum. Let's see, we're losing a lot. Let's pause it. Just pause for like a minute, you know.
It was actually called from Royale though, so that's it was called by Dan Hoy, so I'm not really sure what the maybe they're trying to talk about what the teams might do this round, I guess. But it looks like it's gonna be tech armor with 4 smokes so far on the T side. So I'm probably expecting that A smoke take that they did the other round they were in this situation. But we've also seen them do the B smoke take as well, so let's see which one they go for. Looks like every X is only gonna buy P250. That's probably expected, seeing as how he is their opper.
I think they're just going to go for a hard, fast push onto... It looks like they're all pointed A, so it looks like they're going to be running towards A.
Yeah.
The goal being just getting the bomb down, get what you can get, but we just need to get that money.
Mm-hmm.
They want to
and
save up.
They have the smokes to be able to do it too, so... Looks like the CTs, they have good utility on the CT side as well, but it's going to be very important for them to be able to hold off this push here.
Dan Hoy types the incorrect command. I like the fact that this game wasn't so. There's a comeback here. There's the hope.
Yeah,
and
especially 10-5 at half as well, and it was looking really grim for Royale 1.2 when it was like 10-1. So
waiting for every X to have to unpause. Jeez. My coffee's wearing off. Gotta get more.
It's a question in chat right now. Will you be streaming in the next Rogue Clan game? I'm not sure.
I think from this match we're just gonna be following the winner. I'm actually gonna ask StoleYourGlory if there's anybody in specific that he wants us to cast, but if not, then I'm just gonna follow the winner of this game and go from there.
So I'm not sure what the holdup is exactly at this point.
Alright, just got the information. We are going to be doing Rogue Clan next.
Okay.
Still waiting on this pause. I'm not sure what they're waiting on exactly. Hello, Christine. Good to see you too. While we're waiting, I'll finish up what I was talking about earlier about Europe being a program that is helping. They sponsor us. They're supporting our CLS casting. It's a really good vocational program, again, for IT business administration. And just as I'm starting, they know. They're just like, we're playing.
So it looks like the unpause is coming in, and like we were talking about before, probably gonna be an A side take with all these smokes.
Wrong.
Ooh, look, no, actually, it might be an A fake. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be A fake and a bomb plant B. I kind of like that. So actually, they throw the top mid smoke, and it looks like they're gonna throw the triple smoke at A, and then try to just sell the fact that it's probably gonna be an A take, and have the bomb just run out towards B. But I think they might have made a bit of a mistake here. I think there's some sound made at B, so they're gonna have to wait a little bit if they want to do this A take.
And they know nobody's mid, so they have that information. CTs are slowly starting to move. Kicho's looking for better positioning. He's trying to get forward.
And here come the smokes at A, and the rotate is coming in. And so EOS is just rotating away from Cat now, but actually still aware that it might not be it. So this is not a full rotate yet. And MKZ is still by the jail, so this is gonna be a really good crossfire for the CTs. And ooh, EOS, did he even see him? And MKZ able to find the second kill. And this should just be an easy round here.
The Molotov block.
Kicho able to find a kill onto Nitro, so now it's left up to 1v4 on to Think First, and he should just be looking to try to get a weapon out of this. Unfortunately, he doesn't find anything. So yeah, I actually think that noise that the T's made at the beginning of the round there kind of sealed their fate in a way, because they weren't that convinced that it was going to be a full A take. As you can see, that player Cat he didn't fully commit to the rotate. He was still waiting at middle, so it wasn't really much of a fake that was effective. So, but it looks like the T's gonna be setting up in a bit of a default here. Every X with the off, and Kicho's actually on top of the catwalk there. He made the jump and ooh, gets lagged though. So now it's still a 5v5 situation, and it looks like the T's taking middle control. And Nitro actually with the SG, and I've seen players be effective with this weapon here, so I'm not even questioning this choice here. And Retro gonna be working towards the underpass here. He's spawning up towards catwalk, and the flash is coming into middle, but the CTs once again have this 3A stack.
They still think that they're going. Like Kicho's hanging out in the sniper nest. Looks like everybody's taking their time, trying to get the information they need to make the move.
Yeah, it looks like this is definitely going to be an A split from what it looks like. I expect Nitro would probably make first contact from the A ramp, and then Pone is probably going to try to find a kill afterwards after contact is made. But this connector flank is going to be extremely important here. And there goes the smoke catwalk, so this looks like it's definitely going to be an A split here. So Nitro is going to try to pop A ramp, try to make contact, and every X actually finds the kill into Kicho. Michelangelo blinded up, and Nitro finds the kill as well, and very, very clean take from the T's there. And it looks like the CTs are just running to save already, so yeah, they actually need those rifles there to be able to buy the next round, and Kicho, if they want Kicho on the op as well with full util. So it should be still a good buy for the CTs for the last stand here.
I think as far as the CTs are concerned, I think MKZ and EOS should have sent someone to transfer over quicker. It was taking a little while, and they had the information of somewhere mid, and nothing was happening towards B, and that should have immediately told them we need to send somebody. Because MKZ is doing a really good job in holding it by himself. I think if they sent a fourth person, it would have been a better holdover on A.
Yeah, I think all it really came down to was that EOS just need to play more aggressively on the catwalk, since, as you said, there was nothing happening towards B. So if you just played more aggressively towards catwalk, you would have been able to spot out if there was anybody top middle, or even in connector, and he would have been able to essentially relay the information to his teammates and be able to let them know what kind of split is happening. So here you go, 15-12 now, and Kicho on the op once again. He always ops towards the middle mostly, and I'd actually like to see him go somewhere else with this op and maybe try to catch those players off guard. Maybe post up upper B, or maybe post up for A ramp, or maybe even go for a palace peak. But every X finds a kill. Oof!
Hey, wow. I was just about to say something, but never mind. Every X takes the kill. Michelangelo's able to stop the push on the T ramp, but they know they're going to be taking over A site. Retro's able to cover and to just take over Danhoi and Michael.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be over unless MKZ pulls off a miracle, but every X finding...
What a shot. Every X
finding the 3K on that round, and just those two quick headshots that he was able to find with the off at middle just opened up the round. So 16-12, and that's actually a lot closer than I was expecting in terms of like what was happening in the first half.
Alrighty. Really, really good job on both teams. Every X popping off and doing a really good job. Nitro is able to support that. Really, really good job on everybody. Fast Rupture moves forward. And let's move on and find our next match.
So I believe there's another match we're supposed to be casting right now. Which match is that?
We're supposed to be looking for Rogue Clan. Let me snag onto Style and see what server they're in. Gucci, what is the delay on it? Because I have it at like 5K. In the meantime, we're trying to figure out where the next match is. We're going to be looking and watching over Rogue Clan. One second. Let me see this delay issue. Mahone's a good-looking guy. No lie.
I need to make the bed, close the drapes.
The other side of it, of being on camera, everybody sees your room and they're like, this is how this man lives.
Put some nerdy posters up. I don't even have any of those. Anyways, as far as this match, it was a Rogue Clan versus. Is this supposed to be Rogue Clan versus Permafrost? Is this? I'm not sure if this bracket is updated after all the people who didn't show up.
1 minute.
Put up some engineering plans or something.
Alright, I'm increasing the duration. See if that helps. There we go. Oops. I'm going to restart the stream real quick. I think that's probably why the delay didn't kick in yet.
Alright.